from the Stone Age to the Bronze Age, Iron Age, and culminating in Đông Dương civilization. Art in Đông Dương civilization was a combination of different cultures of the time. After defeating foreign invaders from the north, the state of Đại Việt was established. During this period, Buddhism played a significant and influential role in social life. Alongside the construction of Thăng Long capital, royal and Buddhist architectures flourished, paving the way for sculpture and painting art to thrive in this period. Relics show that Vietnam's fine arts have made full use of the people's age-old traditions of creativity. Many large-scale and elegant architectural projects were built during the development of Đại Việt. The dragon of the Lý dynasty is an original symbol. The dragon itself represents something gentle and peaceful. The dragon's head is small without horns, but an S-shaped letter on its forehead symbolizes a wish for favorable weather conditions for the agricultural population. Together with art of the Lý dynasty in the north, art of the Cham in the south also flourished. The art of the Cham was rich in realism and religions of the local Cham inhabitants, an important element in Vietnamese community. Fine art of the Chen dynasty was a continuation of the fine art of the Lý dynasty. Plastic art in the Chen dynasty favored natural and gentle features to details. For example, the dragon depicted during the Chen dynasty looked bigger and rougher than that of the Lý. In addition, it had horns and 4 toes. Vietnam's fine arts in the 15th to the 16th centuries. As the country underwent long periods of wars, there were restrictions in the construction of large-scale projects, including palaces and pagodas, as well as tombs and mausoleums. It was a progressive view, but it also hampered the previously thriving evolution of fine arts. Fine art during the Mark dynasty in the 16th century catered to imposing projects with folklore features which brought more diversity. Quan Yin statue in Hội Hạ Pagoda. Quan Yin, seated on a lotus-shaped stele with 42 bare arms in different positions, is an artwork of high artistic value. Sculptures as decors for village communal houses emerged for the first time during the Mark dynasty and reflected everyday life of ordinary people, such as woodcutters, elephants plowing fields, a mother carrying her kids on a shoulder pole. This period marks the penetration of folklore into traditional fine arts. Fine arts throve in the 17th, 18th centuries, which grasped sculpture, architectural decoration, enameled ceramics and painting art. The statue of Quan Yin of Thousand Arms and Eyes was the masterpiece of old-timer Vietnam's ancient sculpture. As a result, so many imposing and beautifully carved statues were made during this period. Fine art in the later half of the 18th century was rich in folklore themes and styles, reflecting vividly common people's everyday life. Although the Tây Sơn era lasted shortly, it left significant imprints with highly artistic descriptions of realism. Fine art in the 19th century seemed to follow two distinctive trends: the royal court and folklore. The tendency towards royal court resulted in large-scale projects in the imperial city of Huế, whereas the tendency towards folklore resulted in artworks in villages. Such developments have left diverse artworks of the Nguyễn dynasty. Vietnam's fine art in the late 19th century till 1945 was part of an important process in Vietnam's contemporary history. Communication with Western culture and influence of Chinese culture have resulted in diverse arts in Vietnam. After the Indo-Chinese School of Art was established in 1925, plastic art of the 1930-45 period became thriving, attracting many artists who, out of their particular themes of media of their choice, created individual imprints in contemporary and modern art. The two major trends of creativity of Romance and Realism have brought fame to Vietnam's contemporary art. Painter Tô Ngọc Vân emerged as an icon in the history of Vietnam's fine art. His two paintings, Two Girl Teenagers and the Child, Young Girl by Lotus, are considered representative of his romantic style. Another well-known Vietnamese artist that followed the school of Romance was painter Nguyễn Gia Trí. His artwork in the garden, using eggshells as the major medium, created lively colors, lights and shades mingled in a mysterious atmosphere. The painting Thúy by Trần Văn Cẩn highlighted his style of creativity with simple but warm and impressive colors, delicate strokes reflecting a straightforward character. Many colorful lacquer paintings of romantic and poetic themes, such as Fishing on a Moonlit Night by Nguyễn Khang, The Landscape of Thầy Pagoda by Hoàng Tích Trù, marked a successful quest for painting media of this period. Noted sculptors of the period included Vũ Cao Đàm with a portrait of little girl, Vietnamese person with a ritual hat on, Vũ Văn Thu with a portrait of a monk, and Phạm Gia Giạc with happiness. Painting art during wars of resistance took shape right in the struggle for national liberation and thrives on today. Many artists abandoned their life of plenty to join the revolution and created their artworks full of combative spirit. This was considered the marching of the biggest number of Vietnamese artists who went to different parts of the country. The northern mountainous region of Việt Bắc witnessed the talent of Tô Ngọc Vân, Nguyễn Khang, Trần Văn Cẩn, Trần Đình Thọ, Nguyễn Trinh Nghiêm, Dương Bích Liên, and several other artists. The Central region's third zone was famous for Lê Quốc Lộc, Lương Xuân Nhị, and Phan Thông, and the fourth zone was noted for Nguyễn Văn Tý, Nguyễn Sĩ Ngọc, Nguyễn Văn Bình, Nguyễn Đức Nùng, Phạm Văn Đôn, Nguyễn Thị Kim. And in the fifth zone there were Nguyễn Đỗ Cung, Văn Giáo, Hoàng Kiệt, Trần Việt Lý, Dương Hướng Minh. In South Vietnam, there are famous names such as Diệp Minh Châu, Trần Văn Lắm, Huỳnh Văn Gấm, Nguyễn Hiêm, Nguyễn Cao Thương, and others. In the 1930s, local paints were used as a new medium for contemporary art of Vietnam. It is a lacquer paint. Many Vietnamese painters have studied and made a name for themselves from lacquer paintings such as Dinh Văn Thành, Phạm Hậu, Trần Quang Trân, Trần Văn Cẩn, Nguyễn Khang, Nguyễn Gia Trí, and Tô Ngọc Vân. The colors of lacquer paintings became more and more diverse, with only a few basic colors to start with, such as red, black, yellow, and eggshell white. Now several other modern colors have added to the list, such as green, blue, and lotus. Lacquer painting art is able to create subtle shades of colors with mysterious and charming strokes into a certain space with sharp lighting. Many artists created famous lacquer paintings during the wars for national liberation and in peacetime, depicting vividly different aspects of human life. Silk is a traditional medium of the East in general and Vietnam in particular. Vietnam silk painting has earned credits from its particular shades of color which can depict various layers of the artist's feelings. The first Vietnamese artist that won fame in silk paintings was painter Nguyễn Chánh. He combined his and sense of aesthetics to create shades of color according to European painting principles while making full use of the East flexibility. After the August Revolution in 1945, and particularly after Vietnam was liberated and reunited in 1975, the silk painting art turned a new leaf, changing vigorously in content and style. This was reflected in the treatment of color shades and light for paintings as well as individual creativity. Silk paintings play a significant role in Vietnam's contemporary art as a pure Oriental art form. Watercolor painting is very popular for Vietnamese artists because it can quickly reflect events in everyday life. Sketches describe artists' fresh mind which can be inspired to create a masterpiece. Mold paintings has a long tradition, originating from Đông Hồ and Hàng Chống folk paintings. These paintings are easy to understand because of simple motifs and colors and diverse themes and can be duplicated easily. This kind of painting combines East and West features while taking into account the artist's individual style to reach a high level of modern artistic beauty. Although oil painting art was introduced into Vietnam only in the early 20th century, it was warmly welcomed by local artists who quickly comprehended the craft and created the finest artworks of modern and traditional styles. Oil paintings have great advantages of colors, lighting and styles, and the beauty of Romanticism, Realism, Revolutionary Realism to Impressionism. Attached to them are brilliant artists such as Tung tips are closer to common people's lifestyles.